Fear, as described by Google, is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that something or someone is dangerous and likely to cause pain or a threat. Essentially, fear is a chain reaction in the brain that starts with a stressful stimulus and ends with the release of chemicals that can cause a racing heart, fast breathing, and energized muscles. This emotion stimulates several parts of our brain, such as the sensory cortex, thalamus, hypothalamus, amygdala, and the hippocampus.
The creation of fear is an entirely unconscious action that has two potential paths open to take. The first is the low road. This option reacts first and asks questions later. Let's say you thought there was a burglar breaking into your home, and in actuality, it's just a tree tapping on your window. Your brain's mental course of action would go something like this. The sensory information is processed by the thalamus, which, not knowing if danger exists yet or not, would pass the information down to the amygdala. The amygdala processes the memory and emotional reactions from the stimulus and attempts to protect you by continuing this mental process and forwarding the newly recorded data to the hypothalamus. Finally, the hypothalamus activates the fight or flight response, which can potentially save your life if the sound you heard actually turned out to be a burglar. The mental high road is a similar situation. You hear a noise, and your brain sends the sensory data to the thalamus. From there, instead of immediately sending the information from the amygdala for memory encoding and processing emotional reaction, the brain sends the information to the sensory cortex instead. This determines that there could be more than one reasonable explanation for the sound you just heard. The hippocampus then tries to form some sort of context by asking questions like, "Have I heard this sound before?" Or, "What did this sound mean when I heard it the last time?" Its intention is to find any explanation other than the first frightening thought that may have come to mind in order to potentially rationalize a lack of physical response. The hippocampus also uses outside factors heard before or after the initial stimulus in order to unfold the true source of a sense, like strong winds, wind chimes, or a curious cat in the sink. Taking all factors into account, the hippocampus determines that the noise was not in fact a burglar and must have been the result of a tree branch. The hippocampus sends the message to the amygdala that there is no danger, and the amygdala tells the hypothalamus to turn off the fight or flight response.